Hi Deepti, it's Gwendolyn here. I hope that you're having a really good week. Great to see your next set of essays. Let's go ahead and start and look at your task 2 here on copyright laws. I thought you did a good job of the task response here. You looked at both sides of the question and you gave some good ideas and some good examples. Good vocabulary throughout as well. Let's go ahead and read through it. There were a couple of grammatical mistakes we need to fix and improve, but overall a really good essay, Deepti. People have divergent views, so this would be plural with an S, regarding add your article there in front of effects, regarding the effects of patent laws, and again plural, there's more than one, over creativeness. Here I would do a full stop, otherwise you've got a run-on sentence here. So the next part, it becomes a very complex sentence. So I would put a full stop here, a period there, and then start a new sentence here with a capital W. While I accept that copyright infringement may help a few, add your article there, a few individuals to do more experiments, I believe that the community, good different word from society, the community, but don't forget your article there, would work in more innovative ways. I think we need that word ways there. Work in more innovative. You need to clarify that innovative what? Innovative ways without any legislation. And we don't need an S there. This essay will look at this issue using examples to demonstrate and prove points. Good format for your introduction, well done. Just a few grammatical things to fix in that first introductory paragraph. To begin with, comma, one of the most important benefits of copyright laws, plural, is to prevent add your article there, the stealing and misuse of the owner's content. This encourages the possessor, again don't forget your article, to develop more ideas and publish it over add your article there, a public domain, as add your article there, agitation of plagiarism would not be there. A good example is related to the medical word order here needs to be changed. I like this idea, but we just need to change the word order here. So a good example is related to the researchers in the medical field. Okay, have a look at that. Due to the strict patent infringement in the United States, comma, scientists, plural, are working enthusiastically to develop new medicines. Change your word order here to regularly develop, so move that regularly up here, regularly develop new medicines as they are well aware that their work would be well protected. Therefore, copyright acts, plural, and then that would be singular, help. Copyright acts help greatly in the field of research and reward the hard work of scientists. Good idea, Deepti, and a good example. On the other hand, comma, I would argue that creativity would flourish. Maybe flourish more, use a comparative, because you're already saying here that creativity is prevalent with copyright laws, but what you want to talk about is that it would be even more prevalent, flourish more without the laws in place. So I would add that word more there as a comparative word. I would argue that creativity would flourish more if society would be allowed to work in a free way in the absence of any law. Human beings, plural, have the tendency to take ideas from one another and improve their inventiveness, seen in this light. Copyright law, no article there. We could just say copyright laws, plural, prohibit, and then no S. People from taking, I'm changing your tense here, from taking any inspiration from owner's work, and this reduces creativity. For instance, comma, a survey done by YouTube. So YouTube is a proper noun, so you capitalize the Y and the T there. YouTube found that enormous types, plural, of new videos would be possible just by the idea, as your article there, the idea from the original one due to flexible patent laws, again plural. Therefore, to encourage new inventions, it is vital not to control the imagination. In conclusion, comma, though the copyright law can help in certain research work, creativity can only increase by not imposing any bondage over it. Good. Some good language there. Yeah, Deepti, I thought good ideas, good examples. There were quite a lot of issues here with using the wrong singular plural form use, something maybe you want to work on a little bit more. And also quite a lot of issues with using articles, not putting them where you need them to be, or adding them where they shouldn't be. So maybe that's two things you can work on, maybe outside of the course, working a little bit more on article usage, and then also singular plural agreement, knowing when to make things plural and when to make them singular. So two are the most major issues we need to focus on and improve from this essay. Okay, let's go to your task 1. Okay, Deepti, I thought you did a good job in the task 1 of comparing and contrasting the data that you put in there. Looked at some of the key points, which is good, and didn't just focus on it one section by another section. You did write a little too much, 219 words. So we need to reduce that down by a little bit. So that's something we can help you on here. Okay, so I'm going to try to reduce down some of your word count. That needs to be closer to 175. So yeah, a good 50 words maybe we need to cut out. Let's look at it. The bar chart compares the proportion of calories. We don't need to say calories and intake. We could say one or the other, so I would just stick with calories here. From 4 divergent food resources, namely dairy, meat, pulses, and vegetables, comma, and then lowercase d, during different life periods of UK males. It's a bit of a change there, different life periods of UK males. Then do a full stop here and then start your new sentence. Overall, comma, it can be seen that men, and we could say men in the UK, we've already stated that, so we could take that out. We could just say overall, it can be clearly seen, move clearly in front of seen, it can be clearly seen that, and then just use a pronoun here instead. They have varied food preferences in distinct age groups, plural. Yeah, I don't think maybe we should introduce the vegetable idea here. We could just do that overall statement there and do a full stop there. And we can cut out some language here just to reduce your word count down a bit. To begin, comma, in the younger age group, watch your typing. You put 54. I'm sure you meant 24. Which is probably a typo. Just be careful of that when you write. You don't get the wrong one. In the younger age group, comma, dairy was the main source of calories, making up, so to make that correct we need the word up behind it, making up around 40% of meals energy, while the other 3 food sources constitute roughly 20% for each. Good. However, the consumption, good vocabulary word there, of dairy products decreased gradually in the later period of life, half of its original value, half of its original level in adults' meals, nearly 20%, and nearly 1/4 in elderly's food. Good. And I wonder if we should even include this. I wonder maybe what you go ahead and talk about then is just the other side of the coin, just to reduce some word count down and just say In contrast, comma, the gap between different calorie sources, so these work together as one word, so the plural comes on the S in sources. Different calorie sources can be particularly found. I think it needs some word there, particularly found in the over 50-year age males. We don't need to say meal again, we can cut that out just to reduce down your word count. The figure for pulses was far higher than other food varieties, more than 60%, while 10 to 20% each for the rest of the components. Interestingly, pulses constitute the least preferred food item in the other two previous age groups. And we don't need to say UK males again, we know we're talking about that. We just say UK age groups. So this is how you can reduce down your word count, is reducing out language that you've already mentioned and you don't really need to mention again. Vegetables were not a preferred energy source in all age groups. Yeah, I think definitely then, since you've put it there, take it out of here. Don't want to repeat the information. It's okay if you're really struggling to fill in the content, but I think you've written too much, so definitely I would take that sentence out and then this out. You don't have to talk about everything in the chart. That is not necessary in the IELTS exam. It's just talking about the key points. So I'd rather you do these sort of looking at the two ends of the spectrum, the young and the adults, and comparing and contrasting that. Will get you more points. Good, Deepti. I thought really good essays. Grammar is probably a major issue in terms of the marking criteria for you to work on. So as before, add any mistakes to your error list. Correct these two essays with the suggestions given. Watch the next set of podcasts if there are any, and then go ahead and write the next set of essays and get them back to me along with your error list and your corrected essays. Okay? Keep up the good work, and I look forward to seeing your next essay soon. Bye for now.